When the world's most famous basketball player LeBron James was denied entry to a luxury restaurant because of his skin color, he shared what might be the most shocking experience of his life. Watch how this incident exposed the ugly truth about racism that still exists in America, with exclusive details the media never revealed. It started as a night of celebration. LeBron James, dressed in a tailored blazer and crisp white shirt, stepped out of his car outside one of LA's most exclusive restaurants. After a week of victories both on the court and in his community work, he was ready to enjoy dinner with his closest friends and family. The reservation was confirmed. The night should have been perfect. Instead, it became a moment that would expose an ugly truth about racism in America. As LeBron approached the hostess stand, heads turned. Not just because he was LeBron James, but because he carried himself with the quiet confidence of someone who had earned their success through hard work, talent, and dedication to giving back. "Good evening," he said warmly to the hostess. "Reservation for James." The young hostess's fingers moved across her tablet. Her polite smile faded slightly. "I'm sorry, Mr. James," she said, not quite meeting his eyes. "It seems we're fully booked tonight." LeBron remained calm. "There must be a mistake. We confirmed the reservation earlier today." His assistant stepped forward, phone in hand. "I have the confirmation email right here." The hostess barely glanced at the confirmation email. "I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do. We have some unexpected capacity issues tonight." What happened next made everything crystal clear. As LeBron's group stood there, a young couple in casual jeans and sneakers walked up. Without checking any reservation, the hostess immediately showed them to a table. Minutes later, a group of businessmen arrived. The manager himself rushed out to greet them, leading them to one of the best spots in the house. "Seriously?" LeBron's assistant whispered. "They're not even trying to hide it." A server passing by slowed down, then approached LeBron quietly. "Mr. James," he said in a low voice, "I'm a huge fan, and you should know something. The manager told us specifically not to seat you tonight." LeBron's expression didn't change, but his eyes narrowed slightly. "Did they say why?" The server shifted uncomfortably. "Something about the image they're trying to maintain." Those words hung in the air. LeBron took a deep breath, his tall frame straightening as he walked back to the hostess stand. "I'd like to speak with your manager." The manager approached, wearing a practiced smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Is there a problem, sir?" "Yes," LeBron said calmly but firmly. "You've seated multiple groups without reservations while telling us there's no space. I'd like to understand why." "Mr. James, I assure you this is nothing personal," the manager said, his smile wavering. "We've had some unexpected issues with capacity tonight." "Nothing personal?" LeBron's voice remained steady but grew stronger. "Then why did your staff member just tell me they were instructed not to seat us? That we don't fit your image?" The manager's face flushed. Around them, the restaurant had grown quiet. Phones discreetly started recording. "We have certain standards to maintain," the manager blurted out, immediately regretting his words. "Standards?" LeBron stepped closer, his voice carrying through the silent restaurant. "I see people in jeans and sneakers dining right now. My group is dressed better than half your customers. So what standards exactly don't we meet?" The silence was deafening. Diners stopped eating, watching the scene unfold. "This isn't about dress codes or reservations," LeBron continued, his words measured and clear. "This is about how you see people who look like me. And tonight, you've shown everyone exactly who you are." Without another word, LeBron turned and walked out, leaving the manager standing there as his carefully built world crumbled around him. The incident exploded on social media when a diner's video went viral. Shot discreetly from a nearby table, it captured the entire exchange, LeBron's calm dignity facing the manager's thinly veiled discrimination. The caption read, "Even LeBron James isn't immune to racism in fine dining. This happened 30 minutes ago. Share this." Within hours, the video hit 10 million views. Hashtag started trending worldwide, hashtag stand with LeBron, hashtag racism in dining. Celebrities and influencers amplified the message. Viola Davis tweeted, "If LeBron James faces this treatment, imagine what regular black families endure every day. This isn't about one restaurant, it's about a system that needs to change." Hashtag stand with LeBron. John Legend shared his own experience, "Been there. Done that. Even a Grammy won't get you a table when they've decided you don't fit their image. Time for real change in these spaces." Gabriel Union posted a lengthy thread, "Let's talk about how exclusive is often just code for whites preferred. I've watched host seats turn away black families while claiming they're fully booked. Then immediately seat others. We see you. We've been seeing you." Then came the revelations that blew everything wide open. Former employees started speaking out. A former hostess at Truth-Teller 23 posted a viral thread, "I worked there for 2 years. She said the manager asked us to say the following lines to black people. We were told to say, 'fully booked' when black customers walked in. Manager made us seat black guests near the kitchen, never by windows. I quit because I couldn't take it anymore." The thread got 500k likes and sparked more confessions from other upscale restaurant staff. The hashtag restaurant confessions started trending, with hundreds of workers sharing similar stories of institutional racism in fine dining. The restaurant's Yelp page was flooded with 1-star reviews. Their Instagram comments section filled with angry customers sharing their own experiences of discrimination. Corporate partners started pulling out, with one luxury brand announcing, "We cannot and will not be associated with establishments that practice discrimination of any kind." But LeBron James wasn't interested in watching the restaurant fail. While social media raged and the restaurant's reputation crumbled, he saw an opportunity for real change. When the restaurant declared bankruptcy and went up for sale, LeBron made his move. Partnering with black-owned businesses and talented black chefs, he bought the property. But his vision wasn't just about owning a restaurant, it was about changing the game. The new restaurant would be called Table of Us. Every detail was carefully planned to celebrate diversity and inclusion. The menu featured dishes that told stories from different cultures. The staff was intentionally diverse, giving opportunities to people who'd been shut out of fine dining for too long. A portion of every dollar spent would help send promising young people from underserved communities to culinary school. Opening night wasn't just a dinner service, it was a statement. The space that once turned people away now welcomed everyone. Community leaders sat next to celebrities. Local artists' work hung on the walls. The atmosphere was elegant but warm, exclusive but welcoming. Standing in the packed restaurant on opening night, LeBron addressed the crowd, his voice filled with purpose. "This space isn't just about food. It's about turning something that once excluded us into something that lifts us all up. When they try to shut doors in your face, don't just walk away, build your own doors, and keep them open for everyone." The crowd erupted in applause. Among them were faces that told 100 different stories, young chefs who'd never thought they'd get a chance in fine dining, families who'd been turned away from exclusive restaurants, and community leaders who'd fought for change for years. During an interview that evening, a journalist asked LeBron why he chose to respond this way instead of just calling for a boycott. "That night wasn't just about me being denied a table," LeBron said thoughtfully. "It showed how places like this are often built to keep certain people out. But instead of just getting angry, I saw a chance to show a better way." His eyes scanned the busy restaurant, taking in the scene. "Look around. Every table here tells a story. That family over there? They're celebrating their daughter getting into culinary school, with our scholarship. Those two chefs in the kitchen. They never got a chance in fine dining before. Now they're creating dishes that honor their heritage. Table of Us quickly became more than just a restaurant. Food critics raved about the cuisine, but they wrote even more about what the place represented. It became a blueprint for change, showing how to fight discrimination not with anger, but by creating something better. Today, the tables that once turned people away now bring people together. Every night, stories are shared, friendships are formed, and barriers are broken, one meal at a time. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe to our channel for more stories about people turning negativity into positive change. Together, we can make a difference, one story at a time. Remember, sometimes the biggest changes start with someone having the courage to stand up and say, "This isn't right." But it takes even more courage to turn that moment into a movement that opens doors for others. If this story moved you and made you believe in the power of turning negativity into positive change, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right now. Every subscription helps us bring more powerful stories like LeBron's to light. Click that bell icon too, because change doesn't happen alone, and we want you to be part of this journey with us. Your single click helps spread stories that matter. Drop a comment below sharing your own experiences or thoughts. Let's start a conversation about making spaces more inclusive for everyone. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, a friend, family member, or colleague, share this video with them right now. Sometimes, the biggest changes start with a simple share. Remember, together we can make a difference. One story, one share, one subscription at a time. Join our community of change makers today.